Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your host Sandman. Today I am unboxing my challenge patch from Lockjaw Manufacturing. Let's get into it. So Lockjaw Manufacturing put on a lockpicking challenge. I believe it was called like the Lock Assassin, or maybe it was just the Assassin challenge. Essentially, the rules and requirements, I'll provide a link in the description down below. The rules are that you had to pick 3 purple belt level locks and gut them inside of 15 minutes. And it was definitely a challenge to behold. I knew that I could pick the locks in under 15 minutes. That took me a week to practice to get up to speed, but gutting the things was a little bit more difficult than I had anticipated, but it was so much fun. I really enjoyed participating in this challenge, and I have a lot to say about that. Let's get into what you get for this challenge. Dear Lockjaw Challenger, you did it. You took on one of our lockpicking challenges and you finished it. That's no small thing. Around here, we don't hand out participation trophies. Our challenges are built to test skill, patience, and a little bit of obsession. Lockpicking is a craft, and like any craft worth pursuing, it demands more than just tools. It takes practice, discipline, a willingness to fail over and over until something clicks. That's what separates the tourists from the true believers. This isn't just about a patch or bragging rights, though you've earned those too. It's about building a community of people who respect the challenge, who respect the locks, who treat this art with the seriousness it deserves, and still find ways to enjoy every damn second of it. We built Lockjaw Manufacturing for people like you, the ones who are always pushing themselves, the ones who obsess over pick tension, who study keyways like maps, who keep going until the click isn't just in the lock, but in their head. So wear your patch with pride, display your achievement however you want, but know this: there's always another challenge waiting, and we'll be ready when you are. Thanks for being part of this strange, brilliant, relentless world we're building. Keep picking. Chris Huffstetler of Lockjaw Manufacturing. Very cool. This came all the way from, I think, Spokane, Washington, and it came with the patch. I love the presentation of all this. This is like a treasure map almost. And look at this. This is cool. It's like my treasure. So let's see. I'm just going to tear through this thing most likely. Man, so cool. So cool. There's the patch. Very cool. Man, just think about it. First off, I've been in locksport for 18 years, and only in the last couple years have people entertained the idea of challenges being presented to us from companies, manufacturers, and then only in the last year have I seen patches floating around the community. There's been other challenges, such as the Padlock 200K Club, which is real cool. If you pick their Pro Series padlock, the Padlock 90A Pro, then you get this certificate and you get a patch as well for picking it. And that was a lot of fun. And I really liked that. That was like a way of sealing a deal of saying that you're a professional lock picker. I really liked that. And then Lockjaw came out with this. The presentation is awesome. The challenge was awesome. I really enjoyed it. And what's cool is it's not just a one and done thing from one manufacturer. These guys, who are known for their soft goods and merchandise and swag, so they sell hats, they sell hoodies, they sell shirts, they have pinning mats, they have a lockpick case, they have all kinds of really neat stuff. But I really love that they're putting out a lot of really neat merchandise that everybody can get on board with. Like, I'm a big fan of Multipick, Jimy Longs. I use other brands as well. And I love that I can go to Lockjaw and just buy some random lockpicking shirt that has no particular brand or logo on that shirt. I love that I can just buy stuff that supports my love in this hobby. And now they're getting involved in the locksport community even further by offering these challenges. And I got this really awesome patch here. It says Lockjaw MFG 2025 Velox More. And I think that I looked that up. I had to Google it. Velox means swift, and Mors, or Mori, or Mortum, or whatever it is, Mors is Latin for death, so swift death. So essentially an assassin, a quick killer. Very cool. One thing I'd like to add about this is I love that, first, I love that Lockjaw is doing this. And I think it's insane that other companies if they don't follow suit, it would be not a good business decision. I think they'll get forgotten about. I would love to see other companies do this. Obviously, we'll give Lockjaw Manufacturing the credit for coming up with some of these challenges. I think Pacific Lock, obviously, started that a little bit before Lockjaw did, but I want to see other companies following suit. I'd love to see Lockjaw coming out with more challenges. They're supposedly releasing one each season. So about every 3 months, they'll have a new challenge. So 4 a year. There has been some discussion that they may keep the old challenges current and not lock them up, because some people, we have new lock pickers every day, and it's a shame if they can't get on an older challenge. So there is some discussion that they may keep all of the challenges open for people moving forward into perpetuity. That would be amazing. Lockjaw spent money on this packaging. Lockjaw spent money on the patch. They didn't pay me. I didn't pay them for the patch. This was free. Everything about this was free. Lockjaw is literally losing money on supporting the community. However, it was a very adequate challenge for my skill level. I'm a red belt lock picker as of late. I've picked 1 black belt level lock. This was requiring to pick 3 purple belt locks and gut them in 15 minutes. I really enjoyed this challenge. It was right up my alley. I don't care if they even have a black belt challenge. I would still try to attempt at the challenge. Even if I don't make it, I would still make a video of me failing and I would post that. Like, I love this. And I love that I have something to show for it. I hope companies will do things like this. And I hope when they do, I hope other companies or people will say, oh, they're just copying. No, this is what locksport can be. This is what we can be as a community. We have challenge locks in the community, which is great, but not everybody can get in line, or maybe the line is too long, or sometimes I've seen challenge locks. I once put out a box of locks. I was in charge of a locksport group in like 2015, 2016 on Facebook. And I had all the master locks, number 1 through 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the different sizes. Some are brass, some are like a 3-pin. I think number 8 was like a 3-pin, and then like a really tiny lock. And I would just send it around, and anybody that could pick all the locks, like you were in like the fucking club, whatever. I don't remember what the deal was, what the giveaway was. And people were like, oh, this was too easy. But then it got to people who couldn't do it. They couldn't pick a single lock. And it was a fun challenge. However, by the fifth person stole the locks. It's essentially what they did. They tried to say, oh, well, I sent it to such and such. And the sixth person said, I never gave you my address. And so, someone stole the locks. So it is kind of limited. You have to make an investment on the locks or already have the locks in your collection. I've heard companies, not necessarily Lockjaw, but I've heard companies talk about ways of doing this, like, well, we would purchase locks and then we would loan them out to people to participate in the challenge, and it would be the challenge lock that goes throughout the community. I think that's a terrible idea, because things will get lost and people will be upset when it happens. Things will get lost, things will get stolen. There's a lot of times, all you have to do is stick around Locksport long enough. You give things or loan things to people, and then people dip out of the community and they will refuse to return your emails, your messages, and they just take your stuff with them. It happens because it's a hard hobby. I've been in this so long, for 2 decades now, that I stopped giving things away to people that I'm not willing to just lose forever. Because I kid you not, I gave something to someone once. I gave him a cutaway safe dial, and then 2 weeks later he said he was quitting Locksport. So I messaged him back, said, cool, give me back my safe dial then. Like, I've had this thing for a decade. I paid $120 for it. I gave it to you because you wanted it. Long story short, it's very hard to find people that are willing to give people stuff and then appreciation is returned. The best we can do to appreciate Lockjaw is to everybody get in on their competitions. Not every competition is going to be as hard as this. I realize not everybody's a purple belt level, let alone being able to pick 3 purple belt level locks in about 7 minutes and then giving you 5 to 7 minutes to gut those high security locks. This is a very, very tough challenge, but there will be easier challenges moving forward into the future. Sorry, I went on a rant there about giving things to people, but it's very hard to give things to people. And I really appreciate that Lockjaw is putting themselves out there, gave me this patch. They bought these patches with their own money, mailed this out to me, God bless, sent me a tracking number. Like, they did everything. You may not get this tracking number. I messaged them, I was like, hey, where's my patch? But I love this so much that I actually purchased a $200 denim vest. There's a very famous company that makes motorcycle vests, and I wanted this very special denim vest. And I'm going to start collecting these patches and I'm gonna start putting the patches on my vest so I can show my love for locksport. You know, little things, you know, like my lockpicking level 100 patch. I'll probably put that on once I get black belt. You know, like my, maybe I'll put an entry specialist patch on there. Maybe I've taught at B-sides before. Maybe I'll put a B-sides patch, you know, on there, things like that. I would love to do things like that for this. And I want my vest to be covered in all locksport, you know, history, memorabilia, things like that, locksport related stuff. And I can't wait to do more challenges like this. I love this. This was the highlight of my month for the month of April. This was the most exciting thing that I did for the whole month. And it challenged me. I had to find the locks, I had to procure the locks, I had to borrow some locks. I had to spend a week picking them. I spent 2 days trying to get it on video in the allotted time. And then once I posted, I was like, oh man, that was so hard. It made me a better lock picker. Like I took a 6-month hiatus from picking dimple locks, and this brought my skills back. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. I loved it. And then once I got this patch, I immediately was like, I really appreciate this company for not only coming up with this challenge, but also, you know, putting in the money to create the patch for me. Like, that's so cool. They're investing in the company. Now, yeah, they're investing in, you know, it's a marketing for them, because it's like, well, what's Lockjaw? Everybody's going to go to their website and take a look at their stuff, but they have great stuff. This is so cool. They don't have to do this. They did it. I'm burned out on giving things to people, and yet people are still willing to give things to me. This is a beautiful world that we live in. Folks, that's all I have for today. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to jump on this challenge, or are you going to wait for the next challenge that's going to release in about a week or two for the next season? And I think it's going to be doable. I think it's going to be very doable. It's going to be still very challenging. I've heard some rumors of what that challenge could be, and I've actually been practicing, and I don't know if that's what it's going to be, but what I'm practicing, it's doable. But at the same time, it's like, whew, I had like 30 seconds left. When I did this challenge, I had 2 seconds left, and I haven't seen anybody have more than maybe like a minute and a half left. Like it's a rough one. It's a rough one. So that's all I have for today, folks. Let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on this? I really want to hear your thoughts on what you think. How does this help the community? I don't think it hurts the community. What would you like to see moving forward? What are your critiques of this particular challenge, or any challenges moving forward? What are your ideas of challenges that we should do as a community, that maybe lockpick manufacturers or merchandise sellers such as Lockjaw could provide for us? I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys next time.